1898, you, the smartest kid, are born on April Fool's Day because the universe has a sense of humor. While most of us are happy with an IQ of only 100, they say yours is 300. Way off the chart. And your parents? They're not just smart, they're nuts. Your mom, Sarah, is a pharmacist back in a time when women couldn't even vote. And your dad, Boris, has 4 degrees by age 30 and is a psychologist star at Harvard. And he has a theory. Geniuses aren't born, they're built. And you, of course, are the perfect proof of it. Your parents always dreamed of raising a prodigy, a baby who could read before walking, and master physics in kindergarten. So they set out to make you the smartest person alive. At 8 months, they stopped feeding you, not by accident, but to see if you could figure out what a spoon is for. Easy. By 18 months, you start reading newspapers. By 2, you taught yourself Latin and Greek at 3. At 4, my mom reads the 3 Little Piggies to me. You read the Iliad in Greek, debating fate, free will, honor, and morality.
Which I still don't understand.
When I learned to count my fingers, they designed a logarithm table. Don't ask me what that is, just some kind of math. By 8, when I struggled to spell cat, you've learned 8 languages, written 5 books, and wrapped up the entire high school curriculum in 6 weeks. When other kids are busy mastering crayons, you're doing calculus for fun. For a brain like yours, only the best of the best schools could keep up. And even they struggle. Now, only the very top education in the world can match up to you. At 11, I walk into elementary school. You walk into Harvard as their younger student. Well, we argue over Pokemon. You give lectures on 40 hypercubes. An MIT professor is reportedly shaken by your brilliance.
Imagine scaring a guy who works with geniuses for a living.
Abraham Sperling, director of NYC's Aptitude Testing Institute, says your IQ is between 250 and 300. The New York Times calls you the smartest person ever tested. But here's the thing. Genius comes with a price, and yours is about to come due. You're socially awkward and can't connect with your peers. They can't even begin to understand your thoughts. It's like being the smartest kid in the room, but wishing you weren't because no one gets you. To you, it feels like you're surrounded by monkeys. And these monkeys call you the weirdo. The press, obsessed with your every move, runs the headline when you catch a cold. Child prodigy suffers mental collapse. You think, what the? They just don't stop. So you retreat into your thoughts. You imagine a world with a perfect life, one without people. Crowds are loud, chaotic, and dumb. A reporter asks you about your perfect world, and you describe his barrier, an utopia where only those who pass an IQ test are allowed entry. Marriage? Banned. But multiple partners are fine. Parents don't raise kids. Selected guardians do. Girls are raised by women, boys by men.
Makes sense.
By 16, you've graduated from Harvard. Next step, a job. You land one teaching math at Rice University, where your students are all older than you. That's fine. What's not fine? They laugh at you for never having kissed a girl. You brush it off. You tell them girls don't appeal to you. You vow to stay single.
Really?
But then, girls start having crushes on you. As you're daydreaming about future kid's name, you discover they were faking it all along just to make a joke. Not funny to you though. So you quit. Your first job lasts only 8 months. You go back to Harvard to study law, but it's different now. The spark that drove you before, gone. No matter how hard you try, you can't focus like you used to.
It's just heartbreak.
By your second year, you drop out. In the same year, you join a labor rights protest turned violent, get arrested, and sentenced to prison. Surprisingly, this turns out to be the happiest time of your life. Why? You meet a girl, Martha Foley. Suddenly, the vow you made to stay single forever? Total nonsense. You like her a lot. For the first time, you kiss a girl. It feels amazing. But girls are weird.
No.
She friend zones you for a reason unknown.
Okay.
I mean, it's her loss, right? Losing the smartest guy ever. But you keep her photo in your pocket for the rest of your life. She moves on, marries a writer, co-founds a magazine called Story, and gets rich. Later in her memoirs, this is what she says about you. The famous and tragic prodigy who was the first boy ever to pay court to me. Doesn't even mention your name. And so you've got to move on with your own life. To forget all this, you retreat back to your thoughts again. You think, I'm the smartest? Fine, let's use it. You dive headfirst into the universe's hardest question, the secret of life. In 1925, you publish your masterpiece. It dares to challenge the second law of thermodynamics. Don't ask me. Still Googling. The one that says energy spreads out and chaos always wins. Whatever. You argue that life taps into a hidden energy source, flipping the idea on how energy works. Groundbreaking, right? But no one takes you seriously. The genius they once celebrated, now totally ignored. So you've had enough and decided to leave it all behind and just go for the quiet life. Now you just want a job where you don't have to use your brain. No more pondering the mystery of the universe. Just a regular, boring life like the rest of us. You land a job earning $23 a week, and for once you feel normal, even happy. But of course, the world just can't leave you alone. When the press gets wind of it, they plaster headlines like, "The prodigy now earns only $23 a week." What the? To escape the spotlight, you change your name. If a coworker figures out who you really are, you quit. High-paying jobs? Not interested. A railway company offers you a lucrative job solving technical problems. One morning, your boss finds you crying. You quit. A dentist friend offers you what would now be $55,000 to calculate teeth alignments, a 2-hour test that you can do in your sleep. You still say no. Why? Not because the math is too hard. It never is. But because every calculation drags you back to the memory of a childhood spent proving your dad's theory. You realize you're now too smart and with no way back. So you vanish from the public eye, invisible like a ninja on a mission. And at 46, your landlord finds you unconscious in your small Boston boarding house. In the end, your genius was celebrated, but the man behind it was left in the shadows, unseen and unheard.
Unseen, maybe, but not forgotten.